Some iPhone owners say they want Apple to pay for slowing down older phones. The tech giant is facing multiple lawsuits after it admitted that it slows down older models. Well, this comes as analysts say fewer people than expected asked for a new iPhone 10 under the tree this Christmas. CNN's Samuel Burke joins us live for more. So let's just start here with what's going on with these older iPhones. Why is Apple slowing them down?
Good morning, Pamela. CNN Money now counts 5 different class action lawsuits. Basically, Apple finally came forward and said what many people had suspected for a long time, that when you update to the newest versions of iOS on the following phones, let me just list them for you so you can see if your phone is one of the ones that's affected, the iPhone 6, 6S, SE, and iPhone 7, that they slow your usage down. But Apple says it's not for the reason that many are accusing them of. They say it's because there's actually an issue with the battery in these phones. After a lot of usage, the battery can surge, and that causes the phone to shut down, a problem that many of us have had. So what they say they're trying to do is slow the phone down so those surges don't happen and your phone doesn't shut down all of a sudden.
But a lot of customers are not buying that. They believe that Apple is doing this so that they'll be forced into buying the new iPhone. Is that essentially what these lawsuits are alleging?
Well, these lawsuits point to that, but they also say that there's been a real lack of transparency here. Let me just put up what one of these lawsuits, the class action suit from Chicago, the attorney told us. He said, quote, Apple's failure to inform consumers these updates would wreak havoc on the phone's performance is being deemed purposeful and, if proven, constitutes the unlawful and decisive withholding of material information. Now, I spoke to one attorney who told me, look, these lawsuits are very easy to file. Okay. We've seen 4 in the United States, even one from Israel at this point, but they can be very difficult to win.
So if you have an older iPhone, what can you do to avoid the slowdown? Is there anything?
Well, this is what's so difficult, Pamela, because on the one hand, people say, well, I can just not update to the latest version of iOS. But as CNN's technology correspondent, I would not advise that because there are a lot of security patches that come with these updates. So you're stuck between a slow phone and a phone that turns off. Some experts say that maybe a new battery could help, but that's $80 at the Apple store. And even Apple's not saying clearly whether that will help or not. And I think that's why so many people feel that this lack of transparency from Apple has put a lot of people between a rock and a hard place, an iPhone and another iPhone.